everyone. Welcome to Theodicy Podcast with your girl Word. I hope my computer and everything is working as way it's supposed to work, but y'all already know I be having technical difficulties every time I pull up. So that ain't nothing new. But like I said, welcome to Theodicy Podcast with your girl Word. Of course, the First Lady OG. We are in the midst of doing a few things because y'all already know how it goes. Life is gonna keep life in, and we gonna keep going through life while it lives. I love you guys. Thank you guys for those of you who are about to pull up in the building. I know it's short notice just because I was supposed to been live, but y'all already know I'm late for everything. But we're gonna get better at that. That's not something that's gonna be like, we ain't gonna keep on manifesting lateness, all right? But we will get better. Until then, please, when you come into the building, hit the up like button. I need y'all to hit the up like button, pretty please. I appreciate it. Hit the up like button, subscribe, and you know what's so real? Y'all can even hit the down like button. Once y'all keeping me in the algorithm, I appreciate you guys so very, very much. Shout outs to my beautiful, beautiful moderators. I appreciate them and love them for just all their support. Always, just like I said, keeping me on my toes, still keeping me in the algorithm. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys continue to come out. I hope we get more connected. As y'all know, like I said prior before, I will be dropping a link, so stay tuned for that. We are going to get into a conversational piece because, like I told you, just going through a process of my journey of what I feel like is cleansing and renewing self. It's a lot of things that I'm willing now to share with others and talk about. So we're going to get into that. And before I even step into that lane, I want to start off as well before jumping into what I actually want you guys to listen to. Um, I just want to say I'm grateful and I'm thankful. I'm grateful and thankful for this moment, this day, and all the opportunities that await me. And I'm grateful and thankful for the many doors that are there that's awaiting to be opened as well. And for me to just walk through it and own it. My Father has been so gracious. His mercy definitely endured forever. And so just giving gratefulness and staying faithful and thankful for everything that has already been granted to me already. So peace, love, and light. Remember, y'all, God is love. All is welcome. Speak your mind. It's not what we say, it's how we say it. Just keep that in mind. And yeah, I want to play something for y'all, and we're going to dive in to this topic. And trust and believe. Y'all know when me and the First Lady OG come through, it get real. It get real. Just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. People get it twisted when they hit. This piece is by Nipsey Hussle. And this is definitely something that I feel is not only for females to begin to understand, but also males as well. And I'll dive deep into it soon as I allow you guys to just listen and kind of like absorb what is being said. People get it twisted when they hear be strong. They think that it means turn cold. They think it means stop caring, stop feeling, stop showing love. But that's not strength. That's trauma wearing a tough mask. Real strength is quiet. It's calm. It's that ability to keep your heart pure in a world that tries to harden you. It's standing on your principles when your emotions tell you to fold. See, when you've been through enough, you learn that softness with no backbone gets you walked over. But coldness with no soul leaves you empty. The balance is what makes you solid. You gotta move with compassion, but keep your boundaries clean. You can love somebody without letting them drain you.
You can care without losing yourself in the process. That's where real power lives, in control. Life gonna test you. People gonna test you. They'll try to push you, but you play you just to see how you react. But when you're solid, you stop reacting. You stop letting every little thing shake your peace. You start realizing that protecting energy isn't being cold, it's being wise. Every time you react emotionally, you give somebody the keys to your peace. And the ones who move like that, they'll keep testing you because they know you'll fold. You gotta learn to stop explaining yourself to everybody. Stop trying to prove you're real, prove you're loyal, prove you're good enough. If they don't see it, they don't deserve it. Strength is not in proving, it's in knowing, it's in walking away from anything that don't align with your worth. It's in staying focused when the world wants you distracted. See the ones who make it far in life, they don't move off emotions and move off principles. They learn how to feel pain but not live in it. They learn that peace is more expensive than pride. They don't chase approval. They attract respect. That's what I mean when I say stop being soft. Stop letting emotions dictate your value. Stop letting other people's opinions move you off your path. A woman who's strong ain't the loudest one in the room. She's the one who can sit in silence and still be in control. She knows who she is even when people doubt her. She knows how to walk away with grace when something don't serve her anymore. She doesn't beg, she doesn't chase, she doesn't settle. Her energy speaks louder than her words ever could. And that strength, that self-respect, that discipline, that's rare energy. It separates you because when you truly know your worth, you stop arguing about it. You stop entertaining situations that insult your soul. You stop expecting loyalty from people who can't even be honest with themselves. You stop pointing to empty cups. You stop waiting for closure. You just keep moving forward, quiet, focused, unbothered. You got to understand being soft in this world means letting life break you every time it hits hard. But being solid means you can bend and still not break. You can cry and still keep going. You can love and still protect your peace. That's the difference between emotion and strength. Real strength is choosing discipline over impulse. It's staying grounded in chaos. It's forgiving, but never forgetting the lesson. And don't get it wrong, having a soft heart is a gift, but only when it's guarded by wisdom. Love don't mean you gotta tolerate disrespect. Kindness don't mean you let people misuse you. You can have a gentle soul and still be a savage about your boundaries. The goal ain't to be hard. The goal is to be untouchable in spirit. Every time you level up, the world gonna test if you really mean it. It'll send distractions, fake love, fake peace, fake validation, just to see if you'll sell yourself short. But when you truly know your value, you don't settle. You move different. You speak different. You carry yourself like you know the price it took to be you. So stop confusing being cold with being strong. Cold people push everybody away. Strong people protect what's sacred. Cold hearts hide pain. Strong hearts heal from it. Cold people move off fear. Strong people move off peace. The world don't need you to be cold. It needs you to be solid because when you're solid, you can't be shaken. You can't be manipulated. It can't be replaced. And that's the kind of power that lasts forever. Life don't ever stop testing you. Every time you say you want peace, it'll send you chaos to see if you really mean it. Every time you say you know your worth, it'll send you somebody who don't. That's how the world works. It tests weak energy. It don't reward talk, it rewards alignment. You can speak strength all day, but until you show it, life gonna keep checking you. See, weak energy attracts situations that expose it. When you move soft, when you let everything slide, when you keep giving passes to people who don't deserve access, life mirrors that back to you. The world ain't gentle with weak boundaries. It'll take your kindness for granted. It'll drain you dry. It'll humble you until you realize that peace ain't free. It's earned by what you tolerate and what you walk away from. You got to understand something. Energy is currency. What you carry is what you attract. If your energy says, I'm unsure, the world going to test that. If your energy says, I'll take anything, the world going to give you the bare minimum. If your energy says, I'm scared to lose people, life gonna keep sending you losses until you learn to stand on your own. It's not punishment, it's preparation. It's building you into somebody who can't be shaken by small things. Weak energy comes from fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of missing out. Fear of not being loved. Fear is how you lose yourself. You can't move off fear and expect respect. You can't let emotions run your life and expect peace. At some point, you gotta decide you're done being tested on the same lesson. You got to stop asking why people treat you a certain way and start asking why you keep allowing it. The world sees what you don't demand. It hears the way you talk to yourself. It feels the way you show up when nobody's watching. That's why some people keep facing the same type of pain over and over because their energy still invites it. They say they want better, but they move like they don't deserve better. They say they're done with drama, but they keep entertaining it. You can't fool the universe. You can't say you're strong, but live like you're scared. Strong energy don't mean you don't feel. It means you control how you respond. It means you stop chasing validation and start walking in purpose. It means you stop over explaining, stop defending, stop begging to be understood. You just move different. You let your silence speak for you. You let your boundaries do the talking. Because when your energy shifts, your reality does too. Weak energy always wants shortcuts. It wants love without self-worth. It wants blessings without discipline. It wants peace without boundaries. But life don't work like that. You get what you build. You attract what you believe. That's why you got to build from the inside out mindset, confidence, self-control, patience. That's what keeps you unshaken when things get rough. The world is full of distractions. It's designed to break the ones who don't know who they are. If you're not grounded, it'll make you chase what doesn't matter, clout, attention, validation. But if you're solid, you start moving on your own frequency. You don't compete, you don't compare, you don't care who watching. You just stay consistent. Because consistency is louder than talk. People think power is loud. It's not. Power is quiet. It's when you can react, but don't. It's when you can explain, but won't. It's when you can prove something, but choose peace instead. That's the type of energy that makes people respect you without you even saying a word. So when the world tests you, and it will, don't take it personal. Every challenge, every loss, every betrayal is shaping you. It's showing you where you're still weak, where you're still too soft, where you're still people pleasing instead of protecting your purpose. That's the lesson behind it all. You got to start seeing life like a mirror. It reflects whatever you bring to it. You move like a victim who give you reasons to stay one. You move like a leader, obstacles to sharpen your vision. Either way, you're being built, but only the ones who stay solid under pressure become unbreakable. So stop expecting the world to go easy on you. It don't respect weakness. It respects growth. It respects self-respect. It respects discipline. Every time life pushes you, it's just checking if your energy still matches your words. Stand tall. Don't fold. Don't let temporary pain make you forget who you are. The world tests weak energy not to break you, but to make sure you earn your strength. Emotional control. That's one of the realest forms of power you can ever master. Anybody can act tough when everything going smooth. But real discipline shows when life start throwing shots at you, when people start testing your patience, when emotions start rising and you still move with logic. That's power. That's maturity. That's how you separate yourself from the ones who just talk strength from the ones who live it. See, emotions ain't the enemy. They're human. You're supposed to feel, but the problem comes when you start letting feelings drive your decisions. You get angry and speak too soon. You get hurt and burn bridges you might need later. You get jealous and start comparing your lane to somebody else's. You let temporary feelings make permanent moves. That's how people lose everything they built by reacting instead of thinking. When you got emotional control, you move different. You stop chasing arguments. You stop explaining yourself to people who already made up their mind about you. You stop trying to win small battles that don't even matter in the long run. You learn that silence can speak louder than any words ever could. You stop needing to prove a point because you understand time will do that for you. Everybody wants power, but most can't handle control. They want to run empires, but can't even control their tongue when they're mad. They want respect, but disrespect themselves when emotions hit. You can't build nothing solid on a shaky foundation, and emotions will shake you if you don't master them. It's not about being heartless. It's about knowing how to move even when you're hurt. You got to understand, life going to keep throwing tests your way to see if you really learned your lessons. Somebody going to disrespect you. Somebody going to betray you. Something going to fail. That's how it works. But when you reach a level where you don't let those moments define you, that's when you start winning different. Because you stop letting people control your mood. You stop being a puppet to every situation. You start choosing peace over reaction, focus over drama, purpose over pride. Emotional control is freedom. It's when you stop allowing outside noise to disturb your inner balance. You start realizing not every response deserves your energy. Sometimes the best response is to keep building. The best revenge is silence. The best comeback is success. The ones who can't control their emotions always expose themselves. They move off impulse, and impulse always leads to regret. You ever notice how calm people seem untouchable? It's not that they don't care, they just know what's worth caring about. They don't let negativity rent space in their mind. They protect their peace like it's sacred because it is. They move with intention, not reaction. That's how real power feels: quiet, grounded, consistent. When you learn emotional control, your energy stops being up for grabs. Nobody can push your buttons anymore because you don't hand them the remote. You stop letting disrespect pull you out of character. You stop letting pain make you bitter. You start seeing everything as data. What's worth your time, what's not, who's for you, who's not. That awareness alone changes the whole game. People think control means suppression. Nah, it's direction. It's knowing where to place your energy. It's learning how to pause before you respond. It's learning how to feel something fully, but still choose your next move wisely. You can cry and still be strong. You can be angry and still stay disciplined. You can be disappointed and still show love. That's power. The most dangerous person in the room is the one who stays calm when chaos breaks out. Because you can't manipulate someone who thinks before they move. You can't destroy someone who already made peace with who they are. You can't distract someone who knows what they came for. That type of focus can't be bought. It's built through patience, pain, and practice. You got to remind yourself not every battle is yours to fight. Sometimes you lose your blessings because you try to clap back instead of step back. Sometimes the silence that feels like weakness is actually your strength, saving you from destruction. Every reaction costs energy, and not everything deserves that price. When you reach that level where you control your emotions instead of them controlling you, you unlock peace that people can't shake. You stop being unpredictable and start being unstoppable because nothing outside you can break what's built within you. That's real power, to feel everything and still move like nothing can move you. The moment you stop chasing and start learning, everything changes. Chasing comes from lack. It comes from that feeling that something's missing, that you need to go get it or you'll lose it. But when you start attracting, it comes from power. It's when you know who you are, what you bring, and you trust that what's for you gonna find you when you stay true to your lane. That's how life really works. Not through desperation, but through alignment. See, when you chase, you move off fear. You move like you're running out of time, like love or success or peace is slipping through your hands. But that energy pushes things away because chasing says, I don't have it. And the universe reflects that back to you. But when you attract, you move different. You operate like it's already yours. You don't beg for love, you embody it. You don't chase respect, you demand it through your consistency. You don't run after opportunity you created by preparation. That's real game. People waste so much energy chasing validation. They want to be seen, to be understood, to be chosen. But the truth is, you only attract what you believe you deserve. If your energy says, I need someone to complete me, you'll attract people who feed on that weakness. But if your energy says, I'm whole, you'll attract people who match that piece. Everything starts from self-worth. That's the magnet. You got to understand the power of stillness. When you stop moving from anxiety and start moving from faith, everything that's meant for you starts finding its way. You'll see it in your relationships, your money, your peace. The right people start showing up. The right opportunities start coming your way because energy don't lie. The frequency you sit on is the one you receive from. If your energy is chaos, you attract confusion. If your energy is calm, you attract clarity. You ever notice how people really got it don't chase? They don't over-explain. They don't beg to be chosen. They just do the work, stay focused, and everything else aligns. That's because they built their value from within. They're not looking for outside approval. They know their presence is already currency. When you carry yourself like that, people feel it. You don't got to say much. Your energy speaks first. When you chase, you settle. You start accepting half-effort, fake love, low standards. You start compromising your peace just to keep what's not even meant for you. But when you attract, you start setting the tone. You start creating space for what's meant to stay. You start begging to be loved and start being loved. You start forcing what don't flow. You start explaining what's already understood. That's the power of knowing your worth. This ain't about ego, it's about energy. You can't be desperate for something and still expect it to come correct. You gotta detach. You gotta trust timing. You gotta move like you're already the prize because you are. When you know your value, you stop running after what doesn't see it. You learn that rejection ain't loss, it's redirection. That delay ain't denial, it's preparation. You learn to let go of what doesn't serve you because you trust what's coming is better. Attracting means becoming the energy of what you want. You want peace? Stop entertaining chaos. You want loyalty? Be loyal to yourself first. You want abundance? Stop moving like you broke. You want love? Love yourself in ways nobody else ever did. Everything starts with you. When you raise your frequency, you stop settling for what's beneath it. When you finally stop chasing, your whole life slows down, but in the best way. You stop rushing. You stop comparing. You stop looking at other people's timelines and start trusting your own. You move with patience because you understand that what's real can't miss you. That's how you reclaim your power by no longer moving like you're lacking. When you chase, you drain yourself trying to make things happen. But when you attract, things flow. You stop pushing and start allowing. You stop forcing and start receiving because now you're in alignment. Now you're walking with purpose. Now your energy matches what you claim to want. You don't got to chase love, respect, peace, or success. You just got to become the kind of person who naturally attracts it. Build yourself until the energy around you can't ignore it. Walk like you already got it. Talk like it's already done. Move like you've already arrived. That's how you manifest. That's how you win. Not by chasing what's running, but by attracting what's real. It will clear over 200 different.
Okay. Yes. Welcome. I got my OMG Joker in the building, my beautiful moderators. Listen, y'all. I know it's been a long time, but I love you guys so much because every time I pull up in the building, from Joker to Sonia to Sleepy, um, oh my God, I got so much beautiful moderators, and y'all know it's been such a minute for me. But Tim, we got so much great, beautiful moderators. When I say, I tell you, I am grateful and I am thankful. So I just definitely wanted to just start off with that. We got the first lady in the building. I'm actually waiting for the first lady to actually pull up, pull up, pull up. First lady is like she got too many accounts. But okay. So y'all, first off, let me tell you how near and dear that the late, let's shout out to the late great Nipsey. His words have always had a powerful sentiment. I promise you. Like, and everything in which he was saying subliminally, that has been what I continuously strive for. And a lot of times we don't realize certain things, and you just sometimes ask the Most High, like, give me a sign. Give me a sign. I'm doing the right thing. I'm going the right way. And I believe my mom sent this me prior before because it was so familiar. Then it came back on my feed. But listen, Nipsey's family, okay? And then I had to send it to my little brother. Like, Nipsey is family. So you gonna know, y'all. So let me just kind of like blow this up for y'all real quick. So, ooh, can y'all see that? Ooh, can y'all see it? Is it ooh, can y'all see it? Jeez. Can y'all see it? Let me know if y'all can see it. I'm trying to put it to the camera. Can y'all see that? Okay. If y'all could, okay, there we go. If y'all could see this, that's my little brother that was in a catastrophic accident not too long ago. Um, when I tell y'all, we spoke about this, probably why we ain't really been hitting the internet. But that's my little brother, and that's Nipsey. Oh God, hold on, y'all. That's Nipsey on the opposite side, and literally, like I was telling my mom today, like, you gotta send me the pic because um listening to Nip and all that he had to offer, even though his time was cut short, he left such a powerful impact because of what he stood by, his principles, and just like to know who he is, to know who he was. I wish I got that opportunity. Like my little brother has gotten the opportunity to be around so many legends that are actual family. Like these people are family, you know. But that picture for me is so significant listening to Nip talk again and just kind of like giving us a reminder of the spaces we could be in, the thought process our mental can take us through, being able to really know what standing strong looks like. And doesn't have to do with aggression. And it's not everything that's going to be about a fight, but still respecting who you are and still going about maneuvering in such a way that still demands your presence and not moving from a place of being fearful, but also understanding that once you step out that level of fearfulness, it comes into a place of you accepting your truth and who you are and confidently defining whoever you are unapologetically because it's not about no one else. Like in a nut, like nobody else can make you happy. Nobody can make you sad. Like all that starts from with inside, you know what I mean? And the changes that we literally have to go through. So y'all, I'm sitting there, I'm listening to this, right? I'm waiting for the first lady OG to come. Because we gonna go through a story time. Okay. Let me get comfy, y'all. So I'm sitting here listening to it and it was so crazy how it came up on my feed prior before me coming live because clearly y'all know I'm late for my live, right? So I wanted to come and chop it up with y'all, but so happened I ended up coming across this video of Nip talking and voicing his opinion. But what captured my eyes again is the title. And like I said, even when I hit it, I kind of like it was like, damn, I know I heard it before, but I can't remember. So then I'm talking to mom, and she's like, I sent that to you already. But like I said, it just came up on my feed. So now I'm listening to it. And it was so much that I realized that resonated. And not realizing how much I didn't use discernment, how much I dishonored my own feelings and choices because of me wanting to validate somebody else's feelings and not validate my own. Um, Me trying to prove to loved ones that I feel like I had to prove, I had a point to prove in being successful and all of those things. My reality just isn't that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll start off with telling anybody I don't come from a bad home. Um, I think every home has its struggles and secrets and all that good shit. You know what I mean? Good and bad, right? I feel like all families have things that we may not have been happy with or we went through and we struggle with. But ultimately, for me, on speaking for myself, I put a lot of pressure on trying to validate others' feelings on me and what others' perspectives on what I should do, who I should have been. And I let that plague me for a very, very long time. And now I have my kids, although I don't care who you are. Your kids are your kids. You know what I'm saying? When you make your kids, I feel like your kids are perfect to you. You know what I mean? Because they're yours. And you see all that they're capable of accomplishing. But when you have children and you have dealt with certain levels of insecurities and trauma, you begin to paint a picture in your mind to where you want it to be different. So then I feel like subconsciously you try to force things and you try to significantly change the dynamic so your kids don't follow in your footsteps, right? But I'll be real, like I had to really like the pause that I took this go around was for me to sit still to understand that before I'm able to even assist my kids or give them an understanding of what life may look like is accepting a lot of who I am, the things I've been through, holding myself accountable for choices, and being strong enough to accept what that truth looks like with the choices that I've made and stepping out of fear and literally stepping out of the fearful part of people judging me and me judging myself most and foremost. You know what I mean? But that's where I think I always kind of got stuck because it was just like I don't want people to judge me. And it was always like a perception of somebody else of who I am. I want you to perceive me for like literally who I am and not judge me for what I don't have or what I do have or you know what I mean? And struggled so much. And people don't realize I think a lot of our young people struggle with perception, especially depending on what you coming from, you know what I mean? If you're coming from a home that, you know what I'm saying, you don't have somebody to talk to you and guide you. And even our children that do have parents that are there, that's trying to guide them and structure whatever they want to do because of the epidemic of like the drugs and how this whole society has have our children set up within the AI and Instagram and YouTube and all of those things has really corrupted the mental. You know what I mean? So it's our children, no matter you knowing to yourself how you've grown them up, but what they are up against and the image they're trying to portray is something totally different. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, it really, I had to sit down and really be still on some shit because just fearful as a mother, just fearful. I'll be real, just fearful as a mother on the levels of where I live, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't live in the projects, but I don't live not too far from the projects. You know what I mean? I'm in the hood, like real talk, and what my children are subjected to and what they have been subjected to, you know what I'm saying, with things that I don't even know and realizing now. Because let's make this quite clear, my boys, they're grown, you know what I mean? I got grown kids, you know what I'm saying? My only baby is my daughter. But just analyzing certain things that kept me so stagnant and kept me not being able to be the best version of myself because of doubt. I no longer am in that space of doubt. I'm in no longer in that space of also being willing to like accept negative energy. I realized when I went going through being with my son's father and also my daughters, right? I feel like I realized that I love them enough to let them go. But with my son's father, I think that he literally took me through the motions, but also I've learned a lot. Um, but my trauma is what kind of like kept me stuck because I still had a lot of healing to do unrecognizably. Because I feel like a lot of times you go in a relationship, the relationship, and then you're like, oh yeah, after a couple of years, you feel like you're healed, but you're not. Then you go into another relationship, but you're not even fully healed, but you're telling yourself you're healed. So you walk into this next situation and you're not fully healed and you're walking in with trauma, then you don't even really know how much trauma that next person has because guess what? When a person comes to you, they're not coming to you telling you like my mother was a crackhead or my mother is an accountant and my father is a drug dealer or my mother and father are an accountant and my father is a doctor and overall I felt like I still wasn't getting love and I felt like my father was never around to do the things that I needed him to do because he's a doctor and he's always on call. My mother's an accountant, she's always tired, she's always dealing with what she's dealing with, so by the time they come home it is what it is, right? And that's why I tell people I don't judge between when it comes down to a child saying I ain't have a parent, right? Or I didn't have my mom and dad around. Because it could be either or outcome. Why? Because that parent that's out there working is trying to make a better way for you just to be able to survive, for you not to be in the projects, for you to have a backyard, for you to be able to have a safe way of living. And, you know what I mean? As we grow up knowing, go to college, being able to afford college and all of those things of that nature. But I don't think that we realize how much that also has such a mental effect. It's crazy for me personally. Like I always thought when I had my kids that shit would be way beyond what I'm seeing right now. But I'm still grateful and thankful because the experience is well needed and I would say who I am and what I'm becoming, I wouldn't be that without those experiences. But what I would say again is just making you realize why our world is the way it is because the trauma, you know what I mean? You go through trauma from a child, you go through a level of now becoming this preteen that has this bottle up energy of anger of things that you've been through, then you come across your peers that either has more trauma than you or similar trauma. So then there's a trauma bonding thing going on. And then you develop such a mindset of losing sight of who you are because the insecurities come in. You don't feel as good, you're trying to still be in search of who you are. You look in the mirror, you're not as confident. Then behind all of that, it leads you to do things to look for validation from other people to validate, to make you feel like you're being seen. I say, and even speaking and coming out here right now, I see a lot of it with our females and with our young men, and it needs to be talked about. And not all of our children are going crazy. Yes, it's a lot of, I would say, spiritual warfare going on, but it's levels to trauma that our children are having that they don't know how to deal with. I don't think even as adults, mentally as adults, we're still struggling with how to deal with trauma. But I feel like most importantly is trying to tap in with them. They need love. They need love on the level of somebody actually listening and hearing what they're saying. And even me, as I'm an adult with my children, I had to realize that if I don't start taking care of my mental health, my emotional feelings, and I don't start building a space of getting better in my traumas in order to be able to really be there for them, it's just going to be a continuous cycle. We could talk about breaking generational curses. Generational curses are only broken when it starts from the internal part of it, not the external. I feel like the external is the shell that you could eventually dress up to make it look whatever you want it to look like, or whatever you want people to perceive you to be. Another thing with this fucking computers and Instagram and AI and all that shit. Yeah, people enhance who they are, catfish all day long. See what I'm saying? Because it's a facade, because people fear their actual self. They fear looking at their actual self to see, okay, yeah, it's ugly parts of you as well. Um, you are a lot stronger than you think. And you know what's so real? I had to realize I am Joker. I had to realize I am definitely stronger than I give myself credit for. And I think that's because being in fear and worrying about other people's thoughts and perception of who I am. And literally that's why when I came out here and I did the first live not too long ago, it was pure for me because I had to keep it real. I just was not being authentic because I was going through so much different shit, and then I was still trying to come out here and do what I know for myself like I love doing, but it just wasn't authentic because I was not feeling like I was coming out here on a space of telling my story or speaking on a topic and it's coming out the way it's supposed to come out, giving y'all a full breakdown. No, I was all in my head prior before hitting a live. Oh my god. Look at the time. I'm running late. Oh shit, I gotta fix my hair. What the? Oh, Zori is crying. Oh, I don't want no background sound. Thinking about all the shit that I really shouldn't even have thought about and been okay coming out here authentically myself saying, yo, I heard this is going on in Tanzania. I heard this is going on in Zenbar. And I want to tell you and give y'all the breakdown and all of that, but it was never pure. It never felt pure. I just didn't feel authentic. Like, and I knew for myself a part of that was watching other people as well, because subconsciously it's like I'm coming into this content creating thing and I enjoy doing it, and then looking at other people have such success at it, and then it's like, damn, what am I doing wrong? The thing that I was doing wrong was watching everybody else being successful at what they're successful at, and that's their time, and everybody has their time, and not having gratitude and being grateful for what was already being put in front of me, but also being real with myself. Like I wasn't ready for this shit. Being real, wasn't ready for it. I'll be on the phone with my mom like a couple of minutes before I go live and come on live, and then go back and look at the live and be like, what am I doing? Then mentally, I'm talking to y'all on a topic, but my mind is somewhere else. Or I just went through something and I'm on the live and I'm trying to get through it because it's like, all right, this is like an outlet for me. But how can it be an outlet for you when you're not being the purest you? And why you gonna come out here and give the people what you not? Respectfully. That's just where it was for me. Just how? And I just can't. Like really and truly, I just can't. And that's where I had to get real with myself. And that's why nothing ever felt good when I came on live. And that's why I always tell my supporters, I love y'all because y'all must see something within me that I know that's within myself, but y'all see it in me too. And y'all are here supporting me and believing in me. That's why I understood that what's meant for me will be. Nothing is happening for me before it's time. Everything is happening in due time. And when I tell you, even through some real, when I tell you, okay, some real bad situations, I have still been divinely protected. Divine. All right. Devil busy, but the devil's a lie. The devil's a lie because the devil got me coughing. But when I tell you, I've been divinely protected. I have. And then, like I said, what's for me is going to be for me. So, where I'm at and where I'm going and where I'm heading, I'm just grateful and thankful. That's it. And I'm just going to always stay sturdy in my faith. But y'all, shit was getting real. Shit was getting real because losing sight of yourself can get real, you know? And when I look at my younger people now, especially the females, and looking at them and looking at myself, and make no mistake, we as females try to validate ourselves in so many different ways to others that it's not about that. It's not about that. And then when you sit back and realize you keep on questioning or asking, why is this happening to me? Why nothing good? That's another space of a mental thought you put yourself in because you're not realizing once you become real with who you are and revert back to the creator, that everything that we see right now, and put things in his hands because it's things that is beyond you and it really ain't for you to handle, but it's for you to have the faith and the trust in. Y'all, I'm talking about kids going through stuff with my children, going through stuff in my personal life, relationship wise, figuring out all of that. I was doing all of that and trying to still come out here and talk to y'all, and it was bullshit. For me, it was bullshit. And that's just the realest shit. It was fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? The stories in which I spoke about near and dear to me definitely felt like it needed to be spoken about, but the space that I was in, I wasn't the person that was meant to deliver the stories that I actually wanted to engage with you guys and speak to you guys about. But y'all love me and I love you guys. And like I say, you guys definitely see something within me that kept y'all with me. So I love you guys for that. I hope you guys continue to support me because we're about to go on a ride. Oh, when I tell you, this ride will be very wild. Very wild, okay? But I'm in a space of I'm okay with that because this is who I am. Love me, like me, whatever. You already know the vibe. I was still waiting for the First Lady OG. All this time, I'm still waiting for the First Lady OG. I'm waiting for y'all favorite lady, the First Lady OG. She still ain't show up here. Still ain't show up here. I'm gonna still continue to wait because I don't know what she's doing right now, y'all. I don't know what she's doing. Sonia, 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 my love. Yeah, y'all. I had to revamp, recoup, get it together. But y'all heard what's been going on, right? Have y'all here? Have y'all here? Yeah, what's been going on? It's been so much things happening, especially with our young people. Y'all know, I mean, please. Um, the rate of just like the killings that's been happening out here has gotten and we talking about 15 and 14 and 16 and it's just crazy. And that's why I realized that anything that we're trying to make a change for has to start with you and in your home. So it got to start with you and your children in your home. See what I'm saying? Um, is it an easy path? Trust and believe me, it's not. But I will tell you, putting my faith in my father made me understand that is nothing that he ain't gonna give us that we can't handle. But our children, we are losing sight of because we are losing sight of ourselves. Real talk. You know what I mean? And that's just how I feel. Some people may not get what I'm saying. Even when it comes down to this internet, you could say, like, oh no, I don't go nowhere. All I do is go on my phone, going to all of that, all of that. You know what I mean? Everything needs to be moderation. I don't care what it is. You go on that and exercise, moderation. You want to eat a particular food, you can't eat it every day, it's not good for you, moderation, right? Nothing that you overdo is going to be good for you, period. You know what I mean? So when I tell y'all this level for me right now, that's where I'm at. Like I'm out here telling y'all real shit. Even as me getting older into my age and how I'm taking care of my skin and the things that I'm implementing for my diet and the things that I want my kids to hopefully fall into lane with. Like this shit ain't easy. This shit is hard and literally it's worth it. I would say it's worth it. Yes. Stop eating meat. Listen, I'm so over it. You know what I mean? It's not good. You see what I'm saying? And I think that growing up, we was so used to chicken, right? But I'm gonna tell you something. It's a difference from catching your chicken versus you buying your chicken out the supermarket. You go to the supermarket before the chicken gets transported to the supermarket to hit the supermarkets for it to be sold. It is being injected so it can stay the color it looks, and it could give you that fresh look. So it's on the shelves in your supermarket, and you're thinking that this chicken is fresh chicken. It's not. It already took a couple of weeks just to hit all the shelves when it's delivered to all these different supermarkets, okay? And it's only looking fresh because of what they have injected into the that they're giving you, right? And then now, because our technology is at a heighten, they're cloning. They're cloning everything. Everything. So now when you think about it, what are we really putting in our bodies? We're not putting nothing in our bodies that they're trying to give to us that's healthy, because you got to remember, the hospitals got to stay up and running. The pharmaceutical pharmacies have to stay up and running. Those are all corporated businesses that have to stay up and running. So, them giving you anything that is going to be good for you, that's a non factor. If you know what you gonna know, the only thing that you for sure will say is good for you is what you're about to grow in your own backyard. Or if you're gonna actually get chickens that you're gonna slaughter, okay, for those who, or chickens that you're getting because you want them to birth actual eggs and they're pure eggs or whatever have you. Okay, yeah, we are. But when you look at what we're eating, nothing of what we're eating we're supposed to be eating. That's why the body takes such a long time to digest and break down a lot of what we put in our bodies. And you are 100% right at Joker. You are 100% right. But it's just like it's a lot of things that you can't force people to get in tune with. Everything that a person is going to want to know, it has to start with self. But not for nothing, that's one of, when I tell you, that's one of the journeys that I was on for a long time until now. Until now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the perception and validation, or just wanting to fit, like, oh yeah, we got to get out that mindset. And we got to get out the mindset of always wanting something to taste a certain type of way, because that's just not the reality of that shit. Not everything is going to taste good. Okay? It's things that are good and that is needed for our bodies that we need literally to survive. Our bodies can replenish and rebuild itself based on what we put into it, right? But based on how we go by taste, we would rather eat a burger than eat what I was eating this morning, which was my Irish Seymour's that was killing the shit out of me. And my mom was like, "Girl, I wouldn't want to eat that shit because you didn't even make that shit look like an ice cream or burger or nothing." But what I'm saying to y'all is it's still good for you. Yeah, love Dr. Listen, Dr. Sabi said it is the listen, it is. It is. And it's very important what we put into our bodies, because what you put into your body reflects on your outside shell. You know what I mean? That's period point blank. That's why I tell people, like, where we're at right now is not about judgment, and don't worry about being judged, and don't worry about being validated by anybody else. And nobody's rushing you to get where you need to get to. But in the meantime, between time, we're gonna give you that information that's gonna keep you keep it in your thoughts when you get ready to go through that process. First Lady OG is in the building, and I've been waiting for her for the longest. So, of course, my beautiful people, I'm going to hand it over to the First Lady OG. Not Cure, not cute, don't have my glasses on exactly. Okay, you don't even need your glasses because you said that. You said it the way it is.
We knew
Okay.
exactly what you were saying.
But make no mistake, it's not only what you feed your body internally, but it's also what you feed your spirit. Okay. So it's not only the foods that you put into your body that you worry about that may not be good, but it's also the things that you feed your spirit. It's also the energies that you allow to come in that may not be good, that may not be feeding your spirit anything good as well. Like I said, let me hand it over to the First Lady OG because I've been hearing word for the longest. I love you guys. First Lady OG, okay, aka my mom. Y'all know I gotta tell you that. Right?
Hey, everybody. Rich and prosperous rising. I am First Lady, the voice, the visionary of opportunity for inner city children everywhere. That's the voice breakdown, okay? And I am the voice. What's up, Joker? Sonia, my girl, I see you, I see you, I see you. I'm trying to catch up and keep up with what y'all was doing, what y'all was talking about. Mm-hmm. Communications and transparency. Nipsey Hussle. Clone me, definitely. Oh, Joker, we are not carnivores. That is definitely not true. We've made ourselves carnivores, but we're not. We don't even have carnivorous teeth. What we think are fangs are not fangs. These are not fangs. We have the teeth of an herbivore, which is what we were created to be, herbivores. And it is in the good book. Let the fruit be your meat. Don't ask me where's that though, but it's in there. Why this girl kept down when I come up? Like, you see what I'm saying? What's that about? We supposed to be where she be going? What she be doing? So I guess she just be
Mom,
running
like
like
literally,
oh,
because I be multitasking, and then I'm hearing because it's
ain't nothing change, y'all.
my uncle's birthday today. It's Dee's birthday today. So shout out to the
Oh my
Twins gang.
goodness.
So you know how long I was waiting for you to sing, and then I was asked to do something, and then I'm like, okay, so mom's came up finally because I that's how long I've been procrastinating, y'all.
Okay.
But no, we
I was
were
talking
on
about health. Health.
we was talking about health, and we dropped into health, but prior before that, I definitely dropped the video with Nip. I wanted to get your insight on that, but I wanted to more or less, like I said, the video that I dropped on Nip is definitely not just for um females. It's not only speaking on females, it's speaking on both sexes, on where our mental, where our emotional, and this is all when he's speaking, he's definitely giving you the breakdown of internally where we're supposed to try to actually be versus what we try to perceive in the physical. Okay. And for me, that's definitely what resonated, because I think a lot of times that's what we, the younger generation, not my old school. So old school, don't get on my ass. I am speaking for our younger generation, and I kind of fit myself into that mix, like I told y'all probably before, because I think that you worry about the outside perception instead of the internal part of what you should be cleansing and trying to declutter before you worry about the shell, because what you cleanse internal shines externally, and that's a place that I wasn't at. I lied to myself for a long time about that, like, oh yeah, but I had to realize, like, because God said sit your ass down. and you want to be still, my child, be still, because I'm about to teach you some shit about yourself that you think that you was out here talking to the people about, that you definitely can't talk to the people about. So I say this to say, I am God's angel in training. I am my mother's child in training, in which he put forth in place for me to be here. And when I say mothers, because the mothers is like when we mother earth, and when you look at the tree, that's why we say it takes a village to raise a child. So even that statement, when I say it now with clarity and not saying it because it was said to me and it was something that was just heard. Okay, y'all. First Lady OG. I'm here.
I'm listening, y'all. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening. Y'all already know. She already knows. What's funny is she's like, oh, and I sent this to my brother, and I'm this and this, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. So I had already sent her 3, so I kind of just didn't know which one she was speaking on. And then when she sent it to me, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play this," and I'm like, girl, I've been sent that to you. She was like, "Oh my God, but you sent me so much stuff." So now it's like, look, I had to stop sending them stuff because I do. I come across, I stay, I look for, I research, I find things, and I send it to them. But then I end up information overload, and they don't even get it because they don't even see it because they'll it start being too much, and they just be keep on going. All right, Joker. What I meant every point. Okay. Okay. Well, speak for yourself. First and foremost, speak for yourself. What you mean, as being on a whole, yup, sure do. Have everything out there for us to eat, every part. And we just kept on going and kept on going and kept on going. And that's why we where we are now. We the thickest, we the most unhealthiest, out of shape, out of we just the most out of life. We the most just out here doing all the work, but we ain't living. These blue corn chips, y'all, blue chips. No chips ain't none the best, but again, a balance. But my daughter can tell you because I'm vintage. We just had conversation about age. I have a sister still so caught up in the man. I was just late and late. Never late. He's like, oh, well, I just don't do late. Okay. And I don't do time. So there's a big difference. But they make it say, oh my God, oh my God. But when I show up, when I get there, okay, is it not what it's supposed to be and more? Do I not get the carpet and everything else? So I can't understand why you're upset with me, but yet still you doing all that. Again, like daughter said, people really have to start focusing on what you say, how you say it, the words you use. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Nipsey started with getting stuff together because it's a lot going on, but you ain't gonna be able to deal with nothing if you don't get you together. The center, the foundation for every and anything. Like I really had to patriarch. A lot of people depending on me, and my extensions go deep. So As my Twitter speaks, we speak to each other. We speak for each other, as each other. So, with that being said,
I am back in the building with
we
that.
have family business.
But I
And
the other phone. I was trying to
we
set up this
all
other phone.
on a journey. And it's just so what everybody would think crazy, but it's not. It's alignment. If you heard what Nipsey said, the alignment that we are all about within the same places in different spots. That's how I know where he's guiding me. I'm being obedient.
Mhm.
Hard as
And I think
bitch.
that's
Hard as
what it is. It's about
hard.
being obedient. And sometimes not listening to self, but listening to that
No,
inner self.
that's the 100% thing that I'm saying.
100%.
Okay. When I say be obedient, that's what I mean. Be obedient to you, to be obedient to you, to self, to be obedient to Christ, because you are Christ. It is the Christ consciousness that you are supposed to have as Jesus, being you, son or daughter, right, of the King. So now keep
Yes.
that
And
before.
that's even with that, me, even with that with me. And I think that's why even when I went on this journey for myself on a personal note, it made me have to realize that what is going to be explained to me is not going to be delivered to others until they are ready. I feel like I feel like we are, like you
Not
said,
necessarily
he
delivery,
stated,
because
I am you and you are me. So we are given visions, but we are given visions to be able to understand what y'all. My okay. Give me a second, ma. I got my son calling me. Give me a second, y'all. I'll be right with
y'all, okay, understanding. I never like to go too deep, too spiritual, too religious, or anything. I do say about myself, I'm spiritual fruit, not religious nut, but I understand and well rounded in everything. Um, but once you do really understand, again, like Nipsey said, it's all about you. I am. And that's where I'm going to leave that before we go any deeper than that. But as he stated, the control, the power is you. He said it 3 times. You are the currency. I know I've used that. You are the currency. You are the flow. You are the dollar. You are the money. You are the no. Please know that. You are everything, and everything is you. And that is not a parable. That is not a metaphor, a symbol. That is not a sin. That's nothing. That is the truth. And we're going to stop there with that too. Now, go back to knowing Nipsey personally long before the world got to know him, understanding that his heart and his mental was always different, always special. I didn't get next to him right before this untimely demise because I had a bone to pick with him that he started wearing cornrows. because he never let me cornrow with them. Oh, we ain't gonna go there. He like, nah, he just want the two Pocahontas. That's how he always did it. And I always wanted to do cornrows. So when he started wearing cornrows, I was like, what? Word? Okay. Anyway, just a story. And at that time my kids were younger. So when he came to New York, he stayed with me and my own children, everything. But he would stay in the room with the boys because the boys had a huge room. And of course, my boys, you already know, again, YOYM, like we said, we are totally authentic. We are totally who we are. Gang affiliations is why I'm where I am with certain, as far as mentorships and things of that nature. Um, my children, grandchildren, like I have a lot of family that have been and still, and we're we're preventing and working on now from becoming, but we have. Okay, so with Nipsey being the color he was, and my house was the opposite. So the babies were they Nipsey was so funny. He just wanted to take Tamus and Antoine back to his hood so he could tell them to throw it up. It's funny, y'all. But you see what his true heart was? He knows like I
Oh,
know.
my little brother
Not
said,
to be
y'all don't even
divided.
understand.
We're not supposed to be divided. We're not supposed to be divided. And even with those stories, I can tell you stories. Like I said, total opposite. But when they together, when it go down, if it was to go down, they all go down together. There's never no separation, and that's the way it's supposed to be on all elements.
Mm-hmm.
That boy over there, because he live over there, ain't your enemy. That one over there, because he like that color, he ain't your enemy. The enemy, let me tell you who the enemy's true ones are. And it ain't him. Guarantee you it's not.
That part.
Recognize
But
what the
that's the
true
thing.
enemy has done and why we have so many divisions, why we think we can't trust one another.
But that's the thing.
That's the Crips is just
It has to like start, you know what I mean, from the
carry
inner
on. I ain't
parts
today,
of
Lord.
our people.
These
Because
little
to
blue
be real
chips
with you,
out of order. Apologies.
no matter, I feel like as a mother raising boys, right? I feel like no matter what knowledge you provide and what things that they're able to actually witness and see and experience in a sense when it comes down to losing loved ones and ones that's close and near and dear, and then the way that it's happening, I think that a lot of times our children do not have that
They
full
can
understanding because of all the energies that be negative energies that's latching on. And like I said, look at what they have to watch. When we talk about just what's been taken out of the homes, you know what I mean? The fathers taken out the homes, we've been knew that, but guess what? The mothers ain't there either. And whether mother or father doesn't mean that they're not there because they don't want to be there, right? Whether they're working all these shifts just to pay the rent, to keep food on the table, or what that looks like, you know what I mean? They're still not able to be there to be what it's supposed to be, to know what their kids may be doing and being able to support them if they see something going wrong. Nowadays, you tired. I can say that. I know that. What are you talking about? I'm tired. If I go in and I work an overnight shift and I am leaving at 11 or I'm leaving at 10 to be to work for 11 or I'm leaving at fucking 9 to be to work for 10 and I'm not walking out my job until 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. By the time I'm getting home, my kids is already on their way out to school. Like, you understand? Like, my daughter's probably the only one. And Lord knows I be busting a move just to try to get her to school because I need her in there because I need a break and I'm gonna need to sleep. And by the time I close my eyes and even attempt to sleep, it's like, oh shit, I gotta wake back up because she has to get picked back up. So, and then, so I say this to say that at times we don't, we don't really, we don't really realize how significant it is of time that we lose with our children because of so much things that we put before it that mentally it just makes you feel like I have to. Because if I don't go to work, then this doesn't get paid, or they don't eat, or I can't do this that's needed for them to do whatever. So it's just a multiple of things that
Mm.
on a mental note we put ourselves under. And now where I'm at, I
Mm.
understand that everybody has to get to that point to understand when is their time to elevate on a whole nother level. Even being and loving and being in a relationship, you can try so hard, but then you begin to realize that even if you're at this mental space, it doesn't mean the person that you with have reached that space that you're in, and
Mm.
then you find yourself trying to pull that person up with you as well. You see what I'm saying? It's so many aspects in which I had to for myself be like, okay, yeah, like I can't help nobody until I help myself. Like legit. I can't even be or show up as the best mother that I need to be for my children if I do not help myself and being consistent in what I'm embarking on doing and not worrying about validation from children or relationship with a significant other or even on a job. It is what it is. It's me now validating me. It's me now respecting my emotional feelings and knowing that if my mental health is not okay, if my emotional feelings are not at a stable level, I cannot physically perform and be the best version of myself that I am claiming I want to be. Period. So, and then I like I said, I'm a mother. So I'm talking to my kids and I'm trying to tell them, yo, you should be doing this. But how much can I tell you by mouth if I can't show you this is what it looks like when you begin to start living for you? That's where I'm at with it. And that's just the realest shit for me, you know? And that's why I was just like, yeah, ma, like I can't come on this. I love talking to my people. I love coming out here to meet like minded people. But I no longer can sit up here and do topics, although I feel like this is what the people need to hear and know about. But I'm not doing it on a purity level. You see what I'm saying? I'm not doing it on the most authentic part of me for it to really translate the way it's supposed to be. Because I got shit going on that's so much more, it's cluttering. So if a person got trafficking going on, somebody got raped here, somebody's dead here, nine
Hold on,
times out of
hold
10, I
on,
could somewhat negotiate.
hold on. We got you. But guess what? You still got shit going on.
That's what it be.
And you gonna keep
That's
shit
what I'm
going
saying.
on. But shit just be going on. And a stand
But I'm not holding
as
myself
in
to it
just
no more.
listening to Nipsey, like he said, emotional maturity is more so where you're going. Because at the end of the day, again, like I said, life doesn't change. It doesn't get any easier. you just get stronger and you
It
get
sure
better
does.
at navigating through it. It's not, it always is going to be what it is. You understand? It's just about, again, the point you was making while I was shaking my head. I'm so, that's the passion that drives me
That part,
because of the
Sonia.
mentality that you had to have, that you had to damn near die, and not just you, but every other mother out there that have to get up and thought that she was supposed to get up and go out the house and leave her babies in the hands of someone else, to the trust of someone else, to someone else giving them the knowledge, the teaching, the change their pampers, any of that. Sleepy!
Hi, Sleepy. I just see him say too hi.
Just
Sleepy
because
was
we
up with
all
me this
felt
morning, Ma. He was
right.
in the building this morning.
It like I gotta go to work. My husband, robot.
Yeah.
Straight, not lying, straight robot. We do construction. Not trying to oppress you, not even impress upon you, just stating true facts and being authentic and transparent. Doing construction, you already know people make good money, da da da. But just on a real note, saying things like if I don't go to work, when we don't go to work, we don't get paid. So missing a day's work, about $500. In our thing. So again, husband been doing it since 1921. Okay, he is 32 years in. So now just imagine solid, working consistently solid for 30 years. I've been with him the last 11 going on 12. So I've been seeing it straight solid for 11 strong. And he been doing that for 20 before he got with me. The indoctrination, but now for me, for him, I go so hard with what I'm doing now for him, because when I found out what I found out, and just to know to look at him and the strive and the passion that he put in, and the way he beat himself up, like I watched my daughter do. Oh my God. Like I said, I'm coming. Go over there. I am Auntie, First Lady Auntie, I think something like that. I put it in there yesterday. Something like that. We gonna talk about that stuff. I ain't trying to get too far off topic, because y'all know I could go all over the place, but I ain't
No, this is open topic. Listen, we are not set to no topic. This is the open topic. We are vibing. That's why I was like, can we talk to y'all? So that's why I was like, that's why my title is what it is. Like, listen, y'all. Moms need to stop playing. And moms, you already know. Let it flow. Let it flow. Listen, I was about to do the remix.
I'm over here reading the comments.
Wait.
I'm reading the comments.
Let it flow.
I've been tearing these little blue corn chips up ever since my camera turns on, and y'all can talk about it, because again, please know, I have mastered that part of it. What other people say and think about me ain't none of my damn business. So y'all can talk about me and my blue corn chips all you want. I got pineapple aloe, and
I had to learn that too. Say that again.
My daughter
this is my new thing, y'all.
Did what she always do. You know, and I'm waiting, and I'm like now, Bob's getting ready to come home, so I'm about to start shaking, because I gotta, get dinner halfway started. So by the time he get here, he can eat before
Sonia, when I went to Chicago, I went fishing. when I went to Chicago with moms, right? So we went fishing,
Tortilla,
and I'm
blue
gonna tell
tortilla
you
chip.
that is definitely, matter of fact, I gotta post a picture, Sonia. When I tell you that is definitely a peaceful, serene
Yeah,
feeling.
tortilla.
And then
Not
we
corn
were
chip.
just like getting the fish and putting them back in the water. But yeah, and that was like my first
Yeah.
experience of putting on the bait. I had another individual, nice lady, that was also assisting us on how to actually get the fish. Oh my God, it was so beautiful. But yeah, Sonia,
So now I could
fishing, I can see
imagine
why people do
going out
it.
in the
It
water
is
on a
definitely
boat.
peaceful.
Yeah. Cause see,
Ooh,
we
Sleepy was
were
like
like,
corn chips. Yeah, she eating corn chips.
no. That's why he said, oh,
No,
because we addressed that already. No. These are tortilla.
that's not corn chips.
Not corn. No, these are
Oh,
tortilla.
those are purple tortilla.
The blue,
Those are
these are
purple
blue tortilla.
tortilla chips.
Yes. Mhm.
Those are blue. Okay. It looks
And
purple from here, but
I have
it
been
is
tearing them
blue
down
tortilla.
ever since she turned the camera
But I ain't
on and
gonna
she
front, those
expected me
blue tortilla
into the
chips
show.
look real good. Those blue tortilla chips look real good with some tuna fish. Ooh.
But
Ooh, you know,
I
even
don't be
some
doing that too much like that
ooh,
now. Now I do
it's
sauce.
a
I do a little
salad.
salsa.
A nice little
I do
chicken
a little
salad.
salsa because I make it myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that oh yes,
I'm
they are
surpassed
good.
y'all.
Okay,
I'm surpassed her with the meat thing.
clearly.
So I'm not gonna do tuna fish. But I will do some salsa. Okay. And as y'all can see, I could do them just like this. Because ever since she put me on this stage, I ain't missed a beat with a chip. But that's because she caught me. I didn't eat today. I didn't have no coffee. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like, I'm done. But I'm hungry.
You know what I had today, y'all? I had a toast bread with butter, one single toast bread with butter and jelly. Okay. And that was it, along with the sea moss that y'all seen me eat earlier. What time is it right now? It's probably about to be 4 o'clock. Oh, 4:06 to be exact. I have not ate anything since then. Yeah. But when the sun goes down, I will eat, and that'll be around 7. And I'll have a little snack around 8. A little snack, something subtle and sweet. And then I'm done. I don't need nothing else. Let me tell you something. I put on my brown outfit and that shit had my body looking like it was going through the most. First of all, I put on my pink outfit bag. I was singing my face. The I don't know what was going on with the. You already know. If you know that, you know that I'm already. I'm anal. So here I go. I got to change and put on my little brown thing or whatever, because I'm running to the school to drop Zori off. Came back, was like, all right, let me get my little toast bread on real quick. That that was that. I'm here doing too much. And I was like, let's come holler at y'all. That's where we at with that. But by like when the sun go down, I'll eat. I'm gonna wait for the sun to go down. I could have a banana though. You know what else is good, y'all? I love me avocado. I don't know how people don't like avocado, but I love avocado and I love watercress. Oh, yes. I can eat watercress on the side of anything. I don't know why people don't like watercress. And I love avocado. I can eat avocado toasted on top of toasted bread with butter. Oh yeah. I can eat avocado with just about anything. Yeah. But y'all,
She'll
been a
know
lot
I'm
going
doing
on.
it.
I see her. I see what she's doing. Okay, thank you, Sleepy. You see, healthy eating over here, healthy eating. Let me show you something, okay? I've been taking the sea moss. Hold on. I will have to take y'all. hold on. Can I stand on my? Hold on. I don't think y'all can see. Let me see if I can fix it.
No,
Okay. Can you see
you frozen.
from there?
Frozen. Frozen.
Can you see?
Frozen.
Yeah, I know what happened because literally my my computer's about to die. I needed to actually put it on the charger right now, y'all. So that means that's telling me because we've been on for
Y'all know what time it is. I cut off like 1:45. And we have 1:35.
Can you see us now?
Because last time
Can y'all see us now?
she just left me. Yeah, frozen and brown. All right. She just moved.
Can you hear us now? Listen, something I was texting you now, like I don't know. I had to plug in because my computer's about to die. So when my computer's about to die,
That's all you say yes, it's that
yeah, I already
time.
know. Right. You see what I'm saying? That part. But yeah. So y'all, this is not brown. This is purple. We'll start there.
No,
But
but you
since I've been
said
taking my
no, we was talking. You was started off talking about the brown. Because you said you
about the
threw on your brown and then you didn't like the brown.
okay. My bad, y'all. So I had this okay, y'all. So this morning I had to throw on because I originally had on pink. It got messed up. I had to throw on this little brown sweatsuit stuff that was definitely not hitting for the hitting. And my mom knows I'm a very anal individual. So as y'all get ready with me, y'all gonna be like, this girl is very anal. I am, okay? So now this outfit was making me feel like I was looking all types of ways, but I didn't care because I had to get Zuri ass to school and it was what it was. So I was looking half decent. But of course, you know, I had to put on my purple. So I was trying to show y'all. This is my purple
She this
fit
big,
for
y'all.
today. Of course.
She this big, acting like, thank you, Sonia. She this big, acting like she could be all some kind of looking. And she this big.
Listen,
Okay.
this morning I was struggling this morning, but I woke up like that. Okay. I woke up like that. So Auntie Sonia, I woke up like that, no makeup. I came on my I don't know what was going on with my pajamas. It was wrinkled, it was opening, my hair was all over the place, but y'all already know. It was a get ready with me.
It's always the one.
But I'm very anal because I don't like never going out in nobody's streets looking like I just rolled out of bed. Okay. I think that if you I don't care where you going. I don't think you should look a certain way, okay?
I'm gonna take this shit out.
And my mother know because she got two of us Aries, and we're very anal, okay? Like to look good going out. That's all I'm saying. I feel like that's another thing. I think that when you get up, you start your morning with brushing your teeth, washing your face, and like, you know, getting your body together so you feel like you're about to do something. I feel like if you roll out of bed and you don't wash your face and you don't do certain shit, you just feel like shit. It doesn't start for the morning. But like I told y'all, if I'm working, I'm up earlier than what I was today. So, you know, but I do feel like my mornings is not gonna go right if like I don't do certain things. Most definitely, facts. You know, and my mother's drinking a tea because she knows it's real. Okay, she know. But yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I appreciate Nipsey Hussle, and I appreciate him so much because I felt like it was meant for him to come up on my feed, especially as a reminder. So I really came on, like, can I talk to y'all? Because he was giving me a reminder on the path that I'm heading on. Because sometimes, your girl could fall short, like I said before, but neither here or there. Sometimes things fall right in your lap to give you like that little reminder of remember who you are, remember what your perspectives look like, remember what you're actually fighting for, and don't forget that internal self that has to start with whatever you're going forth with. And for me, it was just, yeah, a reminder again of my
Mm,
purpose, what I'm fighting for, what I'm continuously going to continuously fight for, the accomplishments, the opportunities that's about to happen, the many doors that open, good or bad, but I'm going to be in control of all of it because I am on a spiritual and healing cleanse. You know what I mean? And listen, I don't that's why I ain't out here to be nothing but myself. And I had to take my ass.
yeah,
Damn, it took me a long time to realize that shit too. Not to say I was being phony all the time. I just wasn't
like
feeling like I was coming up on here being, you already know my.
no. So you going not too much. That's
So,
enough. That's enough. Not too much. Oh, my daughter, please, thank you. Like you was just coming up here on some bullshit fake because you wasn't doing that either. Okay, thank you. Sorry, y'all. Excuse me.
okay. I, yo, I can't mess with my
She
mom
act
right
like she
now.
was up there like, and I just would like to talk today about we're going to talk about the things
Yes,
of the
very. Oh, yo, Ma, you could remember my mom would be like, yo, you're getting me on my nerves because honestly, if we doing it, we doing it. But mom, I set up the time. Oh, but this is listen to what I said I was going to read and say. And she's like, what are you talking about? If you
if I
delivering
tell you
this
one
shit
boy
and this is what you feeling, what the fuck are we talking about here? And I'll be like, no, Ma.
new
And then I'll get
food.
up here and I'll be like,
Yeah.
so they said, and I read that, yeah, it happened. And that's how I what in the hell is the fuck is y'all? Excuse my language, but literally, that's what was going
Rob
on
said that.
in my
You
mind.
just said the
Absolutely.
but I can't understand. I need to know
Oh,
what
I gotta
the
use the restroom. I'll be
um,
back, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm still here. I just gotta go to the restroom. I'll be back, y'all.
Rob text the phone. What the hell you said? What you saying? Oh my gosh! Did my baby call me? I don't know. It's not gonna go from me. Sorry, y'all. Oh, about to say I don't want to see that. Well, that's crazy. So look at my cousin puts up today about her son. Prayers up for my son. He's okay. A black man in America requires prayer warriors and boots on the ground for protection. The news is heart wrenching. An 18-year-old brutally punched on, then cut short a life of a 15-year-old. It's like history repeating itself. Remember a similar situation back in the day in Rochdale. His mom made sure everyone saw what was done to her son at the wake. The youth are missing out on the hard love of elders. Mhm. The old school discipline kept us straight. When they turned spanking and punishment into abuse, it changed the platform. Prayers and more prayers for our children coming up. That's crazy that my cousin's post pops up. Her son is currently serving, I think, 4 years right now, my little cousin. But like you said, look what's happening. Think they don't know what's happening? You know what's happening. They doing it. The cause of it all. Ain't no baby supposed to be left alone. Ain't no baby supposed to have been put into that damn system. Y'all think Emancipation Proclamation and all this shit? No. That's when they said we going to educate y'all. Let us educate you. That's when that started. That's what they said. They said, let us educate you. And they really was programming. They really was programming, faking like they was educating. And now I look crazy for saying the things that I'm saying to you because you've been reading and listening and really honing in on everything they told you was the truth. When it was almost completely opposite. If they tell you don't listen to somebody, you need to try to get next to them and see what they were saying. The ones they got up there speaking in front of you, telling you this is what it is and this is what's happening, them the ones you need to ignore. The news, they make that. That's not what's true. The movies is true. They are. Because again, like that shit I just read that my cousin posted, like she said, the parents are like the youth, it's been a couple of generations now that are missing out on that tough love, that hard love. Love is love. Love is the answer. Love is the frequency, and love is the highest vibration. But these babies, news is definitely a lie. These babies ain't getting tough love. Parents are scared of the goddamn kids now. Old school brought back discipline. Old school brought that discipline. I saw that the other day. Boy, they brought his sons home and said they was stealing. Took the belt out and whipped their ass. Held them with one hand and whipped their behind with that belt. The other, like, you still don't ever let me catch you stealing. Boy, what? And put him down. It was like, come in, you two, boom, both brothers. You was there, you with him, you left, whatever, everybody got it. But since they was allowed to turn discipline into abuse, they got a lot of nerve. You disciplining your child. Spare the rod, spoil the child. That in the book. That's in the book too. They didn't get no discipline. Now they don't have no respect. They didn't get no discipline. You can't tell them nothing. When they get to what you're talking about. in the book. It's a whole lot in the book. I'm just trying to really get which way I want my channel to go. But when like I say, when I open up my channel, we're gonna break the book down. Because every piece of paperwork that I send out has scriptures from the book. Honestly, I'm about to close this. I thought I was chilling, but I'm about to get a little nippy. I'm gonna close the door. Mm-hmm. So
Asking, your favorite niece just came home. Your granddaughter is home.
It's
Y'all
time
favorite niece
anyway.
is home because you know she about to do the most. Okay, y'all. Ooh.
It's time, y'all.
I was actually about to dive into something, but y'all already know the vibes. We're gonna come back when we can come back on another time. But the message today was for my females and my males is, especially my young females and males, is to stay believing within yourself and put your faith within the higher power to guide your journey, to guide your mind, your hands, your feet, and your spirit, even when times seems at its most darkest. Know that all of you are just powerful. We all are. We are God's children. He created us in his image and in his likeness. And divinely, anything that we put our minds to and we put our hearts in place to do will come into fruition. It may not be when we want it to be, but it will be just in time because he makes no mistakes on none of his creations that he has created. I am grateful and thankful for each and every day and moment to be able to spread my wings, to be able to serve my purpose, and to stand into who I'm becoming and really stand in my purpose for real and my truth and unapologetically be who I am. I got so much more to learn, and I am so I'm so grateful to be still learning, if that makes sense to anybody. But I'm so grateful to be learning because I have so much to gain, so much to give others as I continue to understand the power in knowledge, the power in love, in in inner love, and in true love for others. And so I come out here to tell my young people we are going to be okay. And life is going to be what we make it. And I say this to say, again, that our Father makes no mistakes because He's divinely the one who created us. And His mercy has endured forever and will continue to endure forever. So take the time out not to fight your brothers, your sisters. And I mean that they don't have to be your blood, but they still your brothers, your sisters, your auntie, your grandmother. Not because they ain't in your home and you may not know them and they may not be a stranger, that when you look at them, they don't look as the figure of a grandmother or they don't look as a figure of your little sister or your little brother. But take those moments to just keep in consideration, okay, that not everybody's journey looks the same. Not everybody's journey is going to be the same, but to stay in love. So when we say peace, love, and light, is definitely to stay in peace within self, stay within love within your heart and allow your light to continue to shine, because even when it's darkness, your light still burns to see through the dark. I love you guys. This is the Odyssey podcast with your girl Word, but you know I cannot ever leave without having my first lady grace her her panel, because literally without her it won't be me. Okay, so grace her panel for us to really end it off the right way. First lady. All right, y'all. I'm sharing my first lady. That's why I said my first lady, okay? Because I'll be sharing her, okay?
And I'll be married to somebody if I can trust the Lord and thank the Lord all day. It's hard. Definitely it's hard. Right. It is yours. I mean, it's not yours, but it's yours. You got to stay mentally strong enough to fight it, to stand for it, to walk through it, to keep going. You still got to keep you self grounded. Don't get too far away from yourself. Never get too far away from yourself. Again, I always tell y'all that gut, when you be, oh, I knew I should have, right? Because you didn't listen to your gut. If you'd have listened to your gut, you never would have said, I knew I should have. I wish I would have. You should have, wish you would have. That's because you were not obedient. This is why we really don't do like the religion too tough, because it's the word. And it's the way that they freak it and twist it and turn it. You know what I'm saying? And make you really not understand. Trespass. And I'm so with the trespass. Forgive them for they know not what they do. I don't. Because you know exactly what you was doing. You know exactly what you was doing. Forgive those. Forgive us our trespasses and forgive those who trespass against us. Excuse me. I'm not. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Because I understand what it is to have lost my parents, damn near lost my daughter, damn motherfucker stressing, and physically hurting themselves, going hard to make $1 for all this fuck ass shit they created. And don't get me wrong, like I don't know what the Matrix is and how you gotta live, and I've been living, so I get it. I was working hard. I was a goddamn construction worker at my age, and I ain't become one until my early 40s. Not necessarily. I came in the union at that time, but I was doing it a lot longer. But I was in the union for almost going on 12 years now. But yeah, I'm not coming back. I wanted 10 vested credits, and I just got my paperwork, and I got a good vested 10. I don't care what it is, because I'm going back a whole nother route, because I've changed my status, standing in position in this game. And yup, 158. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Y'all know I'll be done stay here another half an hour, not playing, not hey, we can't ready to get out of here, sleep. Somebody back. But again, y'all, as I was saying, definitely stay focused. My soul is anchored in love. My spirit is anchored in love. Again, I'm the visionary of opportunity for inner city children and inner cities everywhere. I do have a mission, and that is to sing and use my voice to sing, which is to save inner city neighborhoods gradually. So I have a whole purpose, and my vision is focused. My vision is clear. My strategy is focused, and my mission is unstoppable. So with that being said, watch out. Family business coming soon. Anyway, peace, love, and light to all of y'all. And I'm about to finish tearing up these chips or find something to go with them because that ain't enough. I'm going to eat. Love and light.
Listen, y'all. We love y'all so much. We will be back in the building, and um yeah, just just use your discernment, you know what I mean? Use your own discernment, um and just stay faithful within self. Stay faithful within self. Remember, everything starts with you. And so everything else behind you will begin to create and build. I love you guys so much. This is the Odyssey Podcast with your girl Word, and of course, the First Lady OG. Please like, subscribe, and y'all, I need y'all to do me a favor, okay? Please hit the up like button and tell a friend to tell a friend. And listen, y'all, even if you hit the down like button, I'm okay with it because I want to know what you guys like. And I definitely want to be able to provide certain conversations. So y'all are welcome to leave in the
Love you
comment
too,
box
sweet.
what y'all want us to talk about. Y'all know. Bye. Love you. We love y'all so much. Shout outs to my moderators. I love you guys. Thank you guys for all of your support. This channel would not have been possible without your support. I am going to say it again. I don't think we give enough gratitude to the subscribers and the day one supporters that come out that are in our channels moderating for us and believe in what we're doing. So I just want you guys to know I appreciate you guys in every which way. And like Ma said, wait for it. We coming. We here. Okay. But yeah, we love y'all. So yeah, peace, love, and light. God is love. Peace.